Good morning. How are you? I've been thinking about some things that could help us to um, live a more magical life when we're not really feeling it. And that's kind of what this space is about finding the magic in everyday life, being um, aware of where the magic is at. It's easy if you've got children. Children are naturally magical, aren't they? If you're in a good relationship, a good, strong, solid relationship, that's pretty magical. If you enjoy your job, that's magical. There's lots of ways that we can look around and see the magic in our lives and feel the magic. One of the things that can bring us into a closeness, into a close relationship with the divine, is meditation. I have a meditation video at YouTube. It's called, I believe it's called Silence, and and then I have another video called Spiritual Practices. And so they go into a lot more detail. I mean, those videos over there on YouTube are 30, 40 minutes long. So if you want a longer tutorial on meditation, that would be the place to go. So I think, meditation is very important um, because it's twofold. It does two things for us. It releases chemicals into our system, and it brings us close to God. So it's got a physical reaction to it we have, and then it has a spiritual reaction to it. We have a spiritual reaction to it. So it's it's kind of important. I would say that it's probably more important than talking to our others. When I say others, I mean like angels and dragons and fairies and guides and all of those beings that are in contract with us to see us through this lifetime. It's really nice to know that we are surrounded at all times. They are watching over us. They are um, encouraging us and supporting us as much as they are allowed, because I think a really big thing about the others is that they're not allowed to violate our plan. Me and 8 million other people on the planet believe in this idea that we wrote our life plan down before we came here. And you might think, why would I do such a thing? Why would I write down such a dastardly life? My life has been horrible. Why would I write this down? Well, there's a lot of folks, a lot of light workers who feel that we write the lives down that we do because we want to evolve. We come here with issues, we come here with problems, we come here with monumental things that we have to overcome. And one of the reasons it is believed that we write down such horrible life plans sometimes is that This is a point of evolution. This is how we evolve our spirits. So we plan very difficult lives so that we can come here and we can grow and we can evolve. And this, it's a hard thought. It's a difficult thought. But when I was a Christian, the thought was that God planned our lives and micromanaged our lives and was presiding over our lives and our decisions, and we had to be dependent on that entity for every move that we made in our life. And if you contrast that idea to the idea that we have written down our lives before we came here, that we had a life plan, a life blueprint. If you contrast that to the other idea that we wrote it all down for the purpose of evolving, for the purpose of spiritual growth, for the purpose of becoming, we were in charge of that. We were in control of that before we came here. It's kind of a different idea. It's kind of empowering and powerful to think that there is a difference now between being on the other side and writing down our life plan on the other side, because when we come here, we forget what we saw, what we were trying to accomplish, what we were trying to do. We just know that we're in this life once we come here and we've got to get through it. But on the other side, we know why we wrote the things down that we did. We know what we were trying to accomplish. So at that point, it kind of becomes a matter of trust. We have to trust ourselves that we know what we were doing when we came here, that we wrote down these tough places because they meant something to us. They were going to cause something to happen in our lives. So it kind of becomes a different thing. It kind of becomes a very powerful, empowered place. And now I'm not saying, don't think for 1 minute that I'm saying that, oh, your life sucks and aspects of our lives suck and we should just suck it up and deal with it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there's a little bit of understanding sometimes for why our magical lives don't feel very magical. Why we look at all the aesthetic, the witch aesthetic, and the pretty movies and the music, and we think, I saw a post by a lady the other day. Somebody had posted a witch meme, and she said, "Oh, I long for that life." Is life ever going to be like that? I mean, I think that we can have moments, beautiful, witchy life moments. But for the most part, it's like we're in the three-dimensional. We got to work through the three-dimensional. And we have our spells, and we have our chants, and we have our holidays. I keep 4 of the holidays a year and observe the other ones. And, that's my magical life. And I like my magical life. It's very three-dimensional, but I like it. And so I think that's all I want to say today, is that keep in mind that you're loved, you're surrounded, your magic is powerful, you are powerful. You hear my cat, she's convinced she's starving to death. And, stay the course, stay on your path, and find moments. Find moments of magic wherever you can find them. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the morning.